All right, folks, here's the stone fort. This is a Native American stone fort right here. And it's hard, it's really starting to vanish. So you could just see little bits of the rocks through here. In the winter, it's a little bit easier to see more stuff, but there it is. This is a Native American stone fort site. So it's kind of cool. Well, howdy folks, Shawn here from hikingwithshawn.com, and today we're at the Lusk Creek Wilderness, specifically the Indian Kitchen Trailhead here in Shawnee National Forest. We are, where we at? Right here. So we're gonna go this way and go to the Lusk Creek Canyon State Nature Preserve. So where Lusk Creek Canyon is, where the creek runs through and everything, is actually Illinois. It's an Illinois State Nature Preserve. And what we'll be going through is Shawnee National Forest wilderness boundary, but that part of state. So that's what we're gonna go do. You get to come with us, and here's the parking lot. I don't show this enough. Several places to park, a brand new vault toilet, and they even have gravel and stuff where they you know, fill in as needed. Obviously there's a sign with plenty of information on it. No overnight camping in the parking lot. You can leave your vehicle here and camp in the wilderness, but you can't leave your
can't set up camp.
Yeah, you can't set up camp. And of course this is an area where we've had feral swine, so if you see them, report them. And there you go. So we're gonna go check it out. So in the parking lot, you just wanna leave the parking lot and go back to the road, Indian Kitchen Road here. And then you turn left and there's a gate right up here. And that's where you go in at. So that could be confusing for some people, but that's how you'll do it. All right, folks. So when you missed it, but when you go across the gate and the road here, get on the trail, you come to this area. They've done some work to it. I'm excited to see what it looks like up ahead. And it looks like they blocked the old trail off. Used to, that was the good trail.
Yeah.
They put a new trail sign here. I'm really excited to see if they've really improved this trail, because
I mean, it's already improved.
it was yeah, it's already improved, but it was pretty gnarly at one time. All right, folks, they have really done some work on this trail, and as I said before, this trail has always been relatively bad when it's wet, especially. A lot of horse use, and it's not really a diss to the horses. I mean, you know, they probably made the trail, but just unfortunately there's a lot of parts of this trail that has a pretty significant canopy over it, and you can't thin out trees in a wilderness. So, you know,
it never dries out.
Yeah, it never dries out, even during a drought. And a lot of it's old road, old horse trail, old wagon trails, and it just has been eroded for a long time and never dries out. So, but that back there was really nice. Hoping to see that up at some of these more problem areas. So kudos to whoever did that, STC Backcountry, Forest Service. Hear that, folks? Cicadas. Kind of like one of the reasons why we're out here. We do like Indian Kitchen Trail, by all means, but I have notably seen several different copperheads out here in previous times. And that's the thing, if you've never hiked this trail, there are copperhead out here, and there's timber rattlesnakes. So be careful, watch your step. look where you're stepping. And don't feel like you need to be afraid to, you know, enjoy the forest because of those snakes. Because they're in other parts of the forest too. But here's your cicada right there. But as I was saying, copperheads love cicadas. They love to eat them. And I was hoping that we might see some copperheads out here because we're having a lot more cicadas than normal. With, is it 2 or 3 broods or 3 broods emerging? So it's a cicada central. I wish I would have videoed some from my house because they were so loud off in the distance that I couldn't quite figure out what the noise was. So that's what I'm hoping to see, copperhead. And if you see a copperhead on the trail out here anywhere, just look around you, look where it's safe to put your foot to go off trail, and just step around it. Give it like 6 feet and just move away from it and you'll be fine. It's not going to chase you. It's not going to lunge. You'll be fine. All right, folks. I always say we're about halfway when we get to this Indian kitchen sign. So we don't have too much longer to go. We started pretty late. It's 5:20. So, but even if it's nighttime when we get out of here, we got lights. We can handle it. But so far, about 6 of them. A little bit over a mile or half a mile. So it's not too far of a hike to get there. Here's some bee balm. Monarda. Rodeo Secodio. I made that part up. It is Monarda. All right, folks, you can see down there, it's just like Soup Central. And that's the old trail. This is an old road, old wagon road. And this is a side trail that they've made. Now, earlier there's some Leave No Trace people at Shotgun Eddie's. They would teach you to basically use that and not use these side trails, but that's so bad down there that you fall when you're on it. Trust me, I've been there. Some choice words. And edit a lot out. And I'm just gonna gladly accept this already made side trail that they should just designate off of that and let that turn into nothing, because that's so bad there because it has absolutely no sunlight that really gets to it. The canopy's pretty dark, and it's just not it never gets dry. So in my opinion, they ought to designate the side trail as a new trail that everyone's using anyway, and try to block off that old trail and let it just grow up. I don't know if you could tell, folks, but I just like almost lost my foot. So
you could have used that perfectly good rock.
So this is another new sign here. You'll get to an intersection. You want to take the Indian Kitchen way, but if you go that way, it'll take you to an old cemetery. Can't think of the name of it. Has a sign on it. But I came out here one Memorial Day, and flagged that cemetery. So I know someone went and visited it several years after that, and said, whoever flagged it, thank you. And I enjoyed that. It was a really hot day. I do remember that. This place was crawling with spider webs. It was around the time when spider webs kind of screwed with me a little bit. Like now, I've been hitting quite a few of them. I don't even look to see if the spider's on me. I just kind of grab the web and pull it off. I'm just used to it. But it's kind of weird because it edges private property. Here's a sign, and there's just private right up against this trail. All right, folks. a lot of this trail is this. It's basically, it's rained a lot and prolonged horse usage has damaged it. So, like I said, it's not any diss against the horses. I mean, it is what it is. They're allowed to be out here. I think as an alternative, the Forest Service could make a user-only, a hiker-only trail that, you know, accompanies it, but
they could make a hiker-only trail, but you and I both know it doesn't happen.
We know that hikers only wouldn't use it. And then I would be critical. So, but for the most part, it's manageable. But we did get a lot of rain the other day.
I'm gonna say about 6 inches.
Yeah, about 6 inches.
This week.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
We can go under that. There's no cost for this.
Yeah. Just making sure there's no copperheads in the trees here.
My green.
Oh, I just got stabbed.
Well, at least it wasn't bitten.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have just went right up here around it.
Oh.
Well, probably need a new backpack.
Michelle doesn't even have to duck.
What?
Every now and then there's a sign lets you know you're still on trail. That was poop. That was probably yesterday's poop.
It looked pretty fresh. Less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Like I said yesterday. All right, we're about at the
I didn't stick my finger in.
horse high line. And if you're on a horse, you would want to tie your horse up here to go down to the kitchen, because the kitchen is very, very prohibited to take a horse down into it. It's illegal. So this is the high line. It's a pretty nice high line. Got some new signs on it. Pretty cool. Even a little cicada shell there. And plenty of places to tie up. And then you just walk over here where you can see the Indian kitchen signs and all that. Little camp out spot. It's been there for years. Yep. And right here is that. Now, there was like a trail through here. Is that the trail? Wow. Almost looks like they're...
That's a dead tree. Somebody put it there
Oh, okay.
to block the trail off.
Huh, I wonder if they're trying to close that trail off, because there used to be a whole sign and everything.
Because that's the trail that took you, no? Yeah, that's stuck, that's cut and stuck in there.
Yeah, that used to be an active,
well, look at all the trees down.
yeah. Wow, that's crazy. All right, folks, we're at Lost Creek Canyon Nature Preserve. This is the Illinois Preserve. All vehicles and horses prohibited. Foot travel only. All right, folks. There's always the sign-in box here, and traditionally I always leave stickers. I don't know if I'll have any stickers in there now. Oh, there's a $1 million bill, I think. Yep, $1 million. There's a bunch of notes where people have signed it. People leave all sorts of junk in there. Every time my stickers are gone, I don't sign anything. I just let them know I was here by leaving some stickers, and I'm just assuming people want some Hiking with Shawn stickers, so they grab them. So I'll leave 4 stickers. Yep. So there we go. And then I'll probably leave a few of my cards. think this might be called Widow's Cross, maybe. Sedum. I'll put it into iNaturalist when we get signal. Pretty cool though. It kind of covers this little
There's a trail right here.
bluff side.
You can come this way.
Yeah.
And come right out there.
Definitely a cool area.
Marlene honeybees like it.
That big plant there?
That's mullein.
Mullein. All right, now we're making our way down to the little canyon. This area is popular among people looking for a place to take a dip, go for a swim. We don't do it ourselves, but we've hiked out here before and people walked ahead of us and did it. And there's even a waterfall going, which is rare, but we've had a lot of rain the past couple of days, so it's a good sitting rock. Sitting here admiring the bluffage and the creek, Luss Creek down there.
Definitely some water's up.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely has some water in it. I always feel like if there's a rattlesnake down here, it's going to be in this area. Just seems like a good place for it. I think the last time we were here, we didn't really go venture this way because there's ground bees.
I think it's bearberry.
Bearberry?
Blooming. That's the first time I've ever seen it bloom. I get it confused with one that looks just like it. Look at that moss.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's little red berries in the wintertime.
Cool area. Be careful, girl.
I know.
Little waterfall there. We'll check that out here in a minute. Kind of hiking down this trail. Little campsite up here. People camp. This is pretty. This is a pretty scene. Be good for my thumbnail. Little campsite here. Wouldn't want to be here if it's heavy rain. But pretty neat. Pretty cool bluffage. All the way up. Lots of bluffage. This is a cool spot, folks. See that, folks? Right there. That bird poop. That bird poop's actually a moth. Bird dropping moth. Isn't that neat? And here's the waterfall. You see it up there. In the winter, that freezes, and people come out here and they climb that ice. So, it's pretty crazy. Don't think I'd be able to do it. But
I have no desire to do it.
someone's got to do it, I guess. Good luck. All right, folks, here's the swimming hole. Michelle says she's gonna go for a swim.
No, I didn't say that.
That's big bluffage.
But that'd be cold water.
Oh yeah. Nice and pretty through here.
Sure smells fishy.
Fishy, fishy.
We found 2 things right down in here.
Yep.
The last one in here.
I found 3.
We did not.
Now we climb up. And it feels like it never gets easier. And it's really not hot. Yeah, true. I was supposed to pick the easy hike. At least it feels good. It's not too hot today. So, yeah. It is pretty easy. Michelle's had a rough day, headache. So, a little harder on her. But it's an easier trail than what we normally do. So, went and ate shotgun eddies. Now we're walking it off, hiking it off. So that's the good news. Elevation is getting the burgers off. Kind of even out here for a minute, but then we have to make our way back up again. All right, folks. Come back out to the horse tie off. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Get to go back down up the trail. Probably about a mile and a half more, something like that. It's a little under 3 mile hike, I believe. A little under, right at. So, all right, folks, got a cicada emerging, doing some emerging. Probably a copperhead somewhere watching us. Going to get away from my meal. Lucille. There you go. Yeah, we're
just
hiking.
pick them up and play with them.
Hiking down the trail. Got to make sure I don't get my shoe muddy. God forbid my boots get muddy.
Yeah. God forbid they stay clean. Oh, there's another bird drop mothing. Bird dropping moth.
Bird drop mothing.
Just ignore anything.
Michelle's had one too many mushrooms.
Hey, this is true.
She farted on me earlier.
Oh, whatever. Shawn. The other way around. Part of my soul died back there.
Alrighty, folks. It is about 7:13. We've hiked close to 4 miles. 3.7, 3.8. About to hit 3.8. Might be 3.9 or something when we get up here at the truck. But a little over 3 miles. And we stayed on trail, so I thought it was under 3 miles right at, but really almost kind of near 4 miles. But not too bad. We started at 5:30. Took us about 2 hours. It's a late spring, so it's still daylight. You know, we're gonna have daylight for a while. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. You know, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought. If you want to see more videos like this, or you have suggestions for other ones, share this video to help support me. And you can also help support me by becoming a Patreon member. It's a monthly cost. You can cancel anytime, get access to more features. And if you want to, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/hikingwithshawn and just make a one-time donation if you wanted to. But if you can't do any of that, don't feel like you're obligated. It's perfectly fine if you can't. So, until next time, we'll see you on the trail.